Hey everybody, I'm Meg from Loven Stamps and welcome to Maker Mornings with Meg. So on today's video, I am going to give you some directions for a terrific project. One of my favorite things to do is to break things down and make them simple for you so that you can feel like you can recreate our projects at home, either with supplies you have on hand, or there's always a link in the video description to get supplies. So today's project is one of my favorite little treats. It's a great gift idea. It is a tag topper purse pal that holds Post-it notes. So a tag topper Post-it note purse pal. I think that's what we're going with. Okay, so I've shared this project before, but I'm gonna show you a little different version today, and I'm gonna teach you how to score your cardstock for the Post-it notes that you have on hand. So if you have like these small Post-it notes, if you have big square Post-it notes, no matter what size your Post-it notes are, I'm gonna show you how to do the measuring and figure out the scoring so that you can use what you've got on hand. And since a bunch of the north part of our country is covered in snow today and blizzards and weird storms and stuff, if you're stuck inside and you need something to do and you have some Post-it notes on hand, then you're going to want to make this. Now, the feature that we're doing today is the fancy tag topper punch and Timeless Tulips, both of which are on the last chance list for retiring. And if you pick only one thing that you think, oh my gosh, Meg's told me she loves this, pick one thing on the last chance list to get, because every stamper should have it, it is this. It is a tag topper punch. There are two available right now, greatly discounted, which is great. Either one will work. If you have one shape you like better, then get that one. But you're gonna want these because they're amazing. Okay. So with that, are you guys ready to get stamping? Good morning. Hi, Sue and Margie and Tanya and Margaret, everybody who's on there whose name I can't see. Good to see you guys this morning. So, all right, so let's get our camera flipped down and then we will get stamping. So like I said, it's pretty dismal here today. So I decided that I would grab something bright and cheery for our project. So we're gonna use the Expressions in Ink Ephemera, Expressions in Ink paper and the coordinating ephemera packs that go with it. Here's my note to self, check the last chance list. And we are going to go ahead and look at this tag topper punch. So like I said, I really like these. If you flip them over, you can see how it's gonna make a tag topper on any 2-inch piece of paper or cardstock. And I'm gonna go ahead and slide this in here and just punch this so that I know which is gonna be the end that has that little tag topper on, okay? So really simple, you just slide it in. If your paper doesn't fit, you just trim it down a little bit closer. Now, measuring. So if I take these Post-it notes here, these happen to be the 2-inch square size. I'm gonna peel this off of my pad and I'm gonna go ahead and measure them and figure out how thick they are. And these are 3/8 of an inch thick. So if you have a bigger pad, sometimes this kind from the Post-it note brand, these are 1/2 inch thick, so you'd be a little different. But we're gonna go ahead and measure this at 3/8. So what I know is that this bottom part of my pad is 2 inches, and you want to go ahead and have, wait, did I get this backwards? Good job, Meg. Wait a second. Okay, so you know that this is going to be 2 inches. So basically, I'm going to have this last flap come up and cover the front. So my first score line here is going to be at the 2-inch mark. And let's see if I can get my Simply Scored board in here. This is a great tool, especially if you're making a whole bunch of these. So you know that you will, be able to mark your score lines and just kind of carry on from there. So the first one is going to be here at 2 inches. I'm going to go ahead and score. All right. So like I said, that's going to cover the front of our pad, going to cover the front. Now from there, I need to account for the thickness of the pad. So I'm at 2 inches. I'm going to go ahead and do 2 3/8 inches. So if you measured and your Post-its were 1/2 inch thick, you'd do 2 1/2. And then this next piece is going to be the same width. So it's going to be basically, I'm kind of like rolling this across here. So I'm going to go to 2 inches again. So 2 3/8 to 4 3/8. Okay. And then that's going to be our next session. And the last thing we're going to need is that little bit to finish off the last like side. So we're making like scoring 4 panels here. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3/8 of an inch further, okay? All right, so now when I take our little Post-it notepad and stick this in here, we can see that our little score lines are going to line up perfectly with where we have our pad. Does that make sense? Hi, Cindy. So that will let you score for any size Post-it note that you have. Definitely not limited to just this 2-inch size. You could use the smaller ones too. Now you're thinking, but it doesn't stay shut. That's okay. I'm gonna show you how to fix that. And to do that, we are going to go ahead and work on the decorating for this. So here is where Timeless Tulips is gonna come in. And I am going to grab 2 ink pads. I'm gonna go with Pale Papaya and Just Jade because they are great matches for the paper. This is Expressions in Ink Designer Series paper, also on the last chance list. So let's go ahead. I'm going to bring in stamp color on color. Let's see. I'll go ahead and do this. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp in Pale Papaya on Pale Papaya paper. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp 2 of these. And for our leaves, I'm going to go ahead and stamp 1 of these in Just Jade, color on color. Now, when you're stamping, think about which direction your punch is going to go into the paper from, and then you can customize your stamping so that it will be easy to reach into the paper and do your punching. You see how I did that? I just twisted that around. When you use your Stampin' Up! Punches, you want to use them upside down so that you can see what you're doing and get exactly the piece that you want. And then I'm gonna go ahead and punch our tulips too. Now, if you're wondering why I have 2 tulips when our little Post-it note holder is so small that it could not possibly accommodate 2 tulips, I'm gonna show you. And the reason is layering. So the tulip has this really pretty detail on the front of it, and the line right here is where I'm gonna cut. So I'm gonna cut right along this sort of shadow line here, just shy, I guess, of the shadow line. And I'm gonna kind of finish that off down there. And then this piece, I'm gonna go ahead and layer here on top of our tulip. And it just reinforces that line. It's pretty subtle there, but it gives it a little extra interest. You could pop this up on a Stampin' Dimensional, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do it flat. And it doesn't take a lot of adhesive because it's just gonna stick on there and stay in place. But you can see it just gives it just a little bit of extra visual interest over a single tulip, okay? All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and put these 2 items together. And I like to stick these with a Stampin' Dimensional, but here's where you want to do a little bit of careful planning because you want your tulip to fit on here but not seal your flap shut. So you want those Stampin' Dimensionals to be just below the line here. Okay, so I'm gonna put 1 over there. Let's see how much space I'm gonna need. I can safely put another one over here. Okay, so see how I've got them just below where our flap fits. And what this is gonna do is it is going to let us go ahead and seal our Post-it note holder shut, but only like with a temporary flap, not like it's really stuck tight for, you can't get it open anymore. All right, so there we go, okay? So now you see how the tulip is actually holding that flap shut. So when I wanna shut it, I'll turn it to the side and just tuck that back underneath there, okay? Kind of like that. Now we want to go ahead and sort of build on our decoration here. So I pulled out the Pale Papaya ribbon that matches the Pale Papaya cardstock and so forth. And I'm gonna go ahead and tie a bow down here at the bottom. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't like to discard the little cutoff ribbon ends all the time. So usually, in order to save as much ribbon as possible, I just tie my ribbon on the roll. So it's still attached to the roll. I haven't cut it yet. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna let me trim one end exactly where I want it, and then the other end I might have a little scrap, but if I was way off, I could retie it. Actually, that's not too bad. Okay, so when you tie a bow, if you find that it's not exactly what you were hoping, my always go to is to just go ahead and cinch down the little ribbon, the little bow ends, and that usually brings the bow back in scale. Okay, so see, I could cut exactly how much I needed there, and I might trim this a teeny bit, but that little tiny bit there is better than, you know, cutting off inches to throw away. Okay, so putting our flat back in. So we have this kind of coming together. Now I really would like some gold in this. Inside the paper is this fun gold thread or gold foil that's part of the designer series paper. But to echo that on the front of our project, I'm gonna pull out my ephemera pack. And this is, got some random sheets in it because I've been using it happily. But these ephemera packs, this is the Expressions in Ink Ephemera Pack. It's also in the last chance list, which means you can pick these up at a really nice price. And there are all of these fun little elements in here. So the gold is very pretty, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull out, let's see, 2 of these gold, what do you call those? I don't know. What are those little things? Let's see. Hi, Jenny. I'm glad it's sunny in Wales today. It looked a little rainy for you the other day. Let's see. Yeah, and Petra, I'm thinking about you and your blizzard. Stay warm and safe. All right, so whatever these little pieces of plants are called, I'm gonna go ahead and use these, and I'm gonna go ahead and tuck them in here. Beside our pieces. I'm going to go ahead and use some multi-purpose liquid glue here to hold it together. Let's see. And pop this in here. And oh, I see Carol's here. Oh, I have something fun to share actually. I'll have to grab it in a minute. Don't let me forget. All right. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab a little of glue here and pop this one in also. And if you just keep your glue to the very end, then you are pretty flexible on where you are able to stick things. You don't end up with, unlike that, getting it everywhere. Okay, so here we have now that little gold accent, which really brightens up the front of our little tag topper purse pal, Post-it note purse pal. And then finally, I want to go ahead and add like a little greeting to this. So let's say that I have a friend who I'm going to go have lunch with because it's their birthday. This is a great one. There are some terrific greetings in this set. There's Get Well Soon, there's Happy Mother's Day, there's a happy birthday, and then there's some comforting thoughts. May memories of yesterday comfort you today, and so forth. So this stamp set has some greetings that are a nice complement to some occasions that just sometimes we're looking for greetings on. And then of course, hello and, you know, happy birthday are pretty standard ones we need all the time. So I've got my happy birthday stamped here in just jade to match. And I'm going to trim this pretty tight on the 2 ends because I'm actually going to trim it. Maybe I'm not. Okay, I'm not going to trim this one. I'm going to show you one that I did, but I'm going to leave this one just like this. And I'm going to glue it down flat. And then I'm going to show you one that I split the greeting on also. So good possibilities for different things here. So I know that this little purse pal might not survive super well inside a purse because we've got all these things like sticking out the edges. But you know what, it's cute in the presentation and maybe someone will put it on their desk or something instead. The other one that I did is here, and it actually keeps the things a little bit better in line there. So inside the edges, so it's not so likely to get caught on pieces of purse. But there's our little happy birthday. And if you wanted to protect this, one of the things that Stampin' Up! Carries that's easy to miss are the clear medium envelopes. And I didn't put this in the video description, so this one's not linked. But they are a great, if you can get them open, tool for packaging all kinds of little treats. So they're cellophane and they are self-sizing, which basically means that you can put anything you want inside it. And so what I would do is I just pop this in here, and then I would use the adhesive here to flip it to the back. I'll just show you. So there's a little adhesive strip that I'll pull off, and now we have kind of our cute little cellophane packaging for our little purse pal. And as you know, anything packed in cellophane looks just so much more cute and professional. So makes for a great presentation. You could put an extra ribbon or bow or something on here if you wanted to. But I'm gonna show you, let's see, I didn't do this one ahead, but I just wanted to show you another really quick little tag topper idea for this stamp set and this punch, because let's face it, it is a tag topper. So it's meant to be sort of a tag kind of thing. And I'm gonna pull some different stamps from the set here. And we're going to start off, I'm gonna start off by stamping the flower. So this is a different flower, this one here, from the Timeless Tulip set. I'm just gonna stamp one there. And then I'm gonna grab my stem. So this is the stem from the tulip set, and I'm gonna pop it on kind of like this. Let's see, there we go. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add a leaf. So this is a different shaped leaf than the one we punched. So there are several different leaf shapes in here, and kind of like that, just like that. So there would be kind of a really simple stamping tag. If you wanted to dress something like this up a little bit, I would kind of flip through my designer paper here, the maybe, I don't want to say cast-offs, but like the pieces that are left from past projects that might coordinate. That's kind of pretty. I have these partial circles here. That could be kind of a pretty element. So basically, like, pull out your paper and kind of mix and match and see what might work to make the most of your you know, the things that you have on hand or something like that. So let's see if I trim this one down a little bit. Let me get my paper trimmer. So I kind of like the idea of trimming this to, I don't know, maybe 2 1/4 inches so that it's just a little bit narrower there. And I don't want it to be quite as long as our tag here. So we'll cut it down to 4 inches and pop this underneath. So there we have sort of like a centering kind of thing for this as a tag. This paper is awfully pretty too. Let's see. Actually, you know what would be great on here? On this paper, I simply love this gold strippy piece. So maybe I would put my gold strippy piece kind of across here. And then we'll say this is going to be a birthday tag again. Let's see. So there's my little happy birthday. Okay. And then I could kind of stick this down here. Let's see. I didn't really use my circle. That's kind of pretty. I don't know. What do you guys think? We could, oh, actually, okay, here's what we're going to use this for. The other thing that I've really liked doing lately is turning the designer series paper into paper ribbons. So I'm going to go ahead and cut a strip of this that's about 1/2 inch wide. And it has the same sort of colors on it. So it's got my same pretty colors. And then instead of putting a piece of ribbon at the top of this, I am going to go ahead and make a paper ribbon here. Oh, actually, that kind of like went a little bit crooked and stuff there. And I kind of like the way that kind of came together. So you could either leave it like this where it's a little bit crooked, or you could go ahead and make it all, you know, straight again and so forth. But then for this top here, I just like to trim sort of a tag end, or just a little slash end there. And then to attach this, I would just go ahead and open it up and put some, that one had a lid on it, put some adhesive right there at the top, and then that will sort of hold my ribbon in place. So if this was something that you were gonna go ahead and put on a gift or something like that, you could of course make your tag to match it or whatnot. I kind of like, I don't know, I kind of like this paper too. So anyway, lots of good choices for layering and putting together with your tags. But whatever you use your tag topper punches for, these are a really terrific way. Clearly we need some ephemera here on there. Some leaves there, or maybe one of these fun frames. Sorry, I'm getting distracted here. So lots of good possibilities. Okay, So you put this underneath, you put it up here like that and go around there. Anyway, whatever you're gonna use your tag toppers for, clearly they are things that you will want to have in your stamping collection because they really make quick work of so many sweet projects, and they give just a really nice element at the top. And I find that this 2-inch wide is a really great width for doing all kinds of tag projects. So layers on cards, little purse pals, tags for packages, all the good things. So, all right. Good morning. Let's see. Kim says it's rainy there. Good day to make a card. Yes, I absolutely agree. And Carol says they make good bookmarks, which also I totally agree with. The cards, the bookmark cards that we have coming up, actually, I'm going to show you one soon that features the Flower and Fields Tulip Designer Series paper. This is the card that we did just the other day with this tulip paper. We're gonna do a bookmark card with that same designer series paper package. Different pattern, same package. Let's see, but I did want to show you, I just literally set it down and now I have lost it. Oh, I got a fun note from Carol. She sent a card. So this is mail call and a really, really pretty card. Thank you, Carol. As part of her 40 days of cards challenge for Lent. So thought that I would share that. And I have another card from our mail call that is simply amazing. It is from Debbie, and she sent this card that uses the retiring What's Cooking stamp, these pieces, and then these little gosh, what are they called? Utensils, the cooking utensils and so forth up there, and just a super awesome card too. So I thought I'd do a fun mail call today. It's always fun to get cards in the mail. So as much as you love getting cards in the mail, I would encourage you to send a card, make a card, send a card, share some, sorry guys, oh goodness. You can see how dark it is outside. So make a card, send a card, get something out there today. If you have a little unexpected time because you're stuck home in the rain or the snow, maybe this is a great time to make either some cute little purse pal treats or some cards or tags or whatnot, something to share. So, all right, guys, I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday. I will be back on Friday with another Make Our Mornings with Meg video and another project. And if you need any supplies, of course, the link is in the video description for all the supplies. Tanya says she's sending her Easter cards today to grandkids, all kinds of good things, right? Yes. So anyway, if you have any questions, as always, holler and I would be happy to help you. And I will see you on Friday. So happy stamping, guys. Stay safe today.